Furthermore, I've proposed the establishment of a Kosovo-Latvia Economic Forum to further deepen our economic ties and bring together our investment and innovation agencies. I think the business-to-business ties are always a good step forward in bringing countries and people together. I emphasized Kosovo's readiness to finalize important bilateral agreements between our two countries, so hopefully our line ministries will carry the conversations that will continue today. Latvia's voice in supporting Kosovo's membership in international organizations, in the Council of Europe, as I mentioned, in Interpol and UNESCO, in international financial institutions. We believe in the transformative power of the European Union and remain committed to reforms and to meeting all criteria. However, this path must be guided by fairness, by equal treatment and credibility on the part of the European Union. So, Honorable President Rinkēvics, as we speak, 140 Latvian soldiers are still serving within the NATO mission in Kosovo, constantly contributing to peace, stability, and safety of all of our citizens. And they are joining a few thousand Latvian forces who have served in Kosovo throughout the past 2 decades. This is a testament to Latvia's dedication to our shared values, and I sincerely hope that the support will continue beyond December of this year. Serbia constantly tries to destabilize our country, including through acts of aggression, and we constantly defend ourselves. In the history of the existence of our nation, we have never invaded or attacked even 1 centimeter of any of the territory of our neighbors. What we have always done, though, and what we will continue to do, is defend our independence, defend our territorial integrity, defend peace and the freedom which is hard-won through a lot of sacrifice. There is zero Russian influence in my country. Unfortunately, I cannot say that for our neighboring country, because Serbia has turned into a proxy state of Russia, whether on political, economic, or military influence that Russia has on Serbia. And through Serbia, Russia tries to have a destabilizing spillover effect, because the more destabilized areas in Europe, the more that would go into Russia's interests. So, of course, that's what they want, but we will work closely with our allies in the European Union and NATO through deterrence, through prevention, to make sure that none of these destabilization tactics of Russia carried out through Serbia would be successful.
Myself visited Kosovo this year, in fact, in March this year in spring, when I visited also armed soldiers of the KFOR. Currently, we have deployed around 140 soldiers or troops to the Kosovo. And back then, with Madam President, we all discussed bilateral relations, regional security, and I do believe that we are like-minded countries. We're on the same wavelength, on the same page when it comes to a lot of different issues. And I also confirmed that Kosovo's security and foreign policy is fully aligned with the European Union security and foreign policy. We also discussed issues that are relevant in terms of strengthening the security in the Western Balkans. We discussed the situation in Ukraine. We discussed Russian aggression against Ukraine, which requires us to show a firm stance as an international community as a whole. I also expressed my support, or reiterated rather my support to the Kaja Kallas, the High Representative of the EU, and Mr. Sorensen, who is negotiating on behalf of the EU in the Belgrade-Pristina dialogue, which is very important. And it is also important to make sure that this dialogue is supported by both sides, not just one side. And from this point of view, it was very interesting for me to hear from my colleague, Madam President, her opinion on where we are in terms of this dialogue and how it progresses and how these regional issues are being resolved. I think we'll come to a point in time where we are going to record a significant progress when it comes to Kosovo's integration in Europe. We know what our friends in Kosovo want. We know that there are a lot of things that they still need to resolve. Kosovo itself going through different reform processes, as well as garnering the support of all EU member states. But the day when Kosovo will become a candidate country is around the corner, but there's still a lot to be done here.